Hello, and welcome back to Niner Tech Talk. Today, I'm joined by Key, Chan, Jacob, and Bethany. Today, we're talking about TikTok, one of the largest social media platforms in the United States. Whenever you scroll, this company is collecting data about you in ways that I don't even think that you might not think about, like your political preferences, entertainment preferences, maybe what kind of food you like, and so much more. We're talking today about where this data goes and how it could be used against you in algorithms. Chan, you want to take it from here?
Yeah, so I'll contextualize the entire acquisition. So Oracle acquired TikTok in January of this year, and why significant is because they wanted to protect the data of US users, especially as it could have been used to influence algorithms. Therefore, Oracle wanted to take over and make it on US-based grounds and influence, or not influence, but audit the algorithms. And so it was originally from a company called ByteDance, and now the algorithm belongs to Oracle. I'll hand it off to Key to describe more about the potential effects.
Yes, so all of those data they're collecting from you could be used to build profiles based on your user, and that could include some potentially personal identifiable information that shouldn't be collected in the first place. And the purpose of their acquisition was to protect our privacy, but it has raised more concerns about the transparency of how they are collecting and using that data. So some of the information they could collect, as Ravi said, your political views, any ideas that you might like, but also more concrete information like your name, your address, or even your payment information when you do use a platform called TikTok Shop that they have. I want to hand it over to Jacob to talk about more about the effects.
Thank you. When you create an account on TikTok, it makes a lot of inferences about who you are based off of your name, your ethnicity, and what you might like. And the recommendations that it can start you off on can subtly influence you in ways that you don't realize, like political radicalization, for example.
You leave tiny traces of data with everything you do on TikTok, whether it's the comments you leave, the stories you post, the things you like, or just the links that you copy and share and send to your friends outside of TikTok. Everything is being traced, and that means all of your information can be tracked as well.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but there's so much data in the hands of one company. I don't know if that actually makes me feel safe. The justification was that we have an American company on US grounds rather than a Chinese company like ByteDance. But from my perspective, I don't know about you guys, whether it's a Chinese company that has all my data or a US company that has all my data, I still would prefer to not have my payments and my ethnicity and my age and my name out to any one company. So I personally think there should be more checks and balances and more dispersion and encryption of the data, because this is stuff that affects everybody. When you're scrolling, it is feeding you information. So it can decide to make you feel a certain way, to make you feel happy, to make you feel sad, to make you feel about certain political leaders and elections. And I don't think this is a positive trend.
Yeah, thank you, Ravi, for that. And next time you guys use TikTok, really think about the effects you have, especially when you guys scroll and see the influence it has on algorithms. Think about, rather than just it being your feed, think about how the potential Oracle can affect it and how it's influential throughout your entire algorithm.
Yes, it's important to view your recommendations with a very critical eye, especially when what you're viewing has a very strong political motivation.
I think we've learned today that we shouldn't be taking these things at face value, and we should be critical and reflect on how companies are treating our data and how it pertains to algorithms. Thank you for listening to our Niner Tech Talk today. If you have any suggestions, please leave in the comments, and we're signing off.